Yes, we are disappointed we couldn't host the normal pomp and circumstance today, and that our shipbuilders and their families couldn't be here in person to witness history.
Hey guys, loud guys! Today we are going to watch. Here comes the US Navy's new stealth submarine. So we have seen a lot of interesting airplanes and fighter jets, but we have rarely seen some big submarines, and that too some stealth submarines. So I think so it will be very interesting to see. So let's watch this video.
Here comes the USS Montana, the US Navy's latest stealth submarine.
Submarines are very scary.
I christen thee, United States ship Montana. May God bless this submarine and all who sail in her.
Wow.
I like the name.
Woo! Oh, even
I think we have seen
Montana
this.
is the fourth largest state in size, but the eighth least populous
in India.
the country.
They do coconut.
It's also quite a ways
and
from the sea.
And in there they do with beer.
But now the future Virginia-class submarine USS Montana, SSN 794, will honor the treasure state. This past weekend, the U.S. Navy christened the fast attack submarine at Huntington Ingalls Industries Newport News Shipbuilding Division. Construction of the boat began in 2015, and the submarine will be delivered to the U.S. Navy late next year.
It's like a missile.
Due to COVID-19 restrictions on the size of public gatherings, the christening ceremony was hosted virtually at Newport News' module outfitting facility.
Great.
This is our first christening ceremony since the COVID-19 pandemic began. And while we are unable to welcome our guests on site, we are pleased you could join us on our live webcast and take part in this special day virtually.
Oh.
Yes, we are disappointed we couldn't host the normal pomp and circumstance today, and that our shipbuilders and their families couldn't be here in person to witness history.
Our work doesn't stop for a pandemic, just as the Navy's mission never ends. It is our honor, our duty,
doing
and
that
our
during that Corona time
to keep the
is a big
wheels
thing.
of shipbuilding turning, and in doing so, to bring Montana one step closer to her ultimate
Do you think
mission
you can ever enter
of
a submarine?
defending the United States
This is my
of
dream.
America.
Dream?
Boy can also
I can
applaud
never.
the work and craftsmanship of more than 10,000 shipbuilders from
I would
Newport
feel
News
claustrophobic.
and its partner General Dynamics Electric Boat, who continue to assemble Montana. She also acknowledged the support of the supplier base, more than 5,000 companies in all 50 states, that provided parts and materials critical to Montana's construction.
Is the name of the submarine,
In the
right?
spirit of its namesake state, the USS
also
Montana
the state.
will explore some
Also
of the
the
wildest
state.
places on
There is a
Earth
state named
in
Montana.
service to us all. May the magnificent fighting capabilities of this incredible submarine
Oh, she's
be
crying.
an appropriate deterrent
She's not
to
crying.
aggressors
She's
who seek
crying.
to undermine freedom
See.
and democracy for the United States and our allies.
So
across
emotional
the
for
globe.
him, her.
May her crew be well trained, and I know they are. I have seen their training. And may all of our blessings carry the USS Montana and her crew
like it's
in
her
safety
baby.
throughout her years of service to the American people.
Oh. Wow.
Newest Virginia class.
Oh.
There are three major types of submarines in the United States Navy: ballistic missile submarines, attack submarines, and cruise missile submarines.
Cruise missile.
All submarines in the U.S. Navy are nuclear powered.
Wow.
Ballistic missile submarines have a single strategic mission of carrying nuclear submarine launched ballistic missiles.
Oh.
Attack submarines have several tactical missions, including sinking ships and subs, launching cruise missiles, and gathering intelligence.
This is very scary.
Virginia-class submarines are built to operate in the world's littoral and deep waters while conducting anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface ship warfare, strike warfare, special operation forces support, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, irregular warfare, and mine warfare missions.
It can do everything.
Their inherent stealth, endurance, mobility, and firepower directly enable them to support 5 of the 6 maritime strategy core capabilities:
Oh, wow.
sea control, power projection, forward presence, maritime security, and deterrence. They are replacing older Los Angeles class submarines as they retire.
Force them away.
The United States Navy's been procuring the class since fiscal year 1998 and the lead boat entered service in October 2004. It was developed to be less expensive and better optimized for post-Cold War submarine operations than the
See the
Seawolf
wave
class
it is
design.
creating.
Kind of
The
huge
Virginia-class
wave.
attack submarine is equipped with 12 vertical missile launch tubes and 4 533mm torpedo tubes.
This
The vertical
big
launching
torpedo.
system has the capacity to launch 16 Tomahawk submarine-launched cruise missiles in a single salvo.
Wow.
There's a capacity for up to 26 Mark 48 torpedo advanced capability Mod 6 heavyweight torpedoes and sub-harpoon anti-ship missiles to be fired from the 21-inch torpedo tubes.
What if somebody's swimming?
Navy
More attack
launches one
submarines.
more attack submarines. The prospect of an acceleration comes as Navy commanders tell Congress they'd like to see the fast arrival of more Virginia-class attack submarines added to the Pacific Fleet.
It looks so
North
stylish.
Korea will remain a threat, said Navy Admiral
North
Philip
Korea.
Scott Davidson, commander of the Indo-Pacific Command, in March 26th in a presentation to Congress.
Kim Jong-un.
China, however, represents the greatest long-term strategic threat to a free and open Indo-Pacific and to the United States.
Yeah.
The Pacific is the principal space where submarines are the most important warfighting capability we have.
Scary
As far
and
as
beautiful at the
Virginia-class
same time.
submarines,
Yes.
it's the best thing we have, Davidson said. As I mentioned before, we have a shortage in submarines. My submarine requirement is
On
not
top
met,
of
Pacific Command.
They can
With their
come out from
technological
that.
edge and next-generation
Actually,
sonar, the platform can
if they want to come
successfully
out and go
perform
on.
crucial, important intelligence and surveillance missions in high-risk areas inaccessible to surface ships. For this reason, Virginia-class attack submarines are considered indispensable to the ongoing Pentagon effort to overcome what's talked about in terms of anti-access area denial, wherein potential adversaries use high-tech weaponry and sensors to prevent U.S. forces from operating in certain strategically vital areas.
This is
Through
too
fear
technical.
and economic pressure, Beijing is working to expand its form of communist socialist ideology in
looks
order
like
to
a
bend,
robot.
break, and replace the existing
Very
rules-based international order, Davidson stated. In its place, Beijing seeks to create a new international order led by China and with Chinese characteristics.
No.
An outcome that displaces the
bad.
stability and peace of the Indo-Pacific
No
that's
China
endured
leadership.
for over 70 years.
We are happy with America.
The Admiral also mentioned 400 foreign submarines in the world, of which roughly 75% are in the Indo-Pacific region, and 160 of these submarines belong to
looks
China,
like it will come out
Russia,
like,
and
wow.
Korea.
Same,
A
same.
big
Potential
monster.
adversary submarine activity has tripled from 2008 levels, which requires at least a corresponding increase on the part of the United States to maintain superiority, Davidson
Horrifying
stated.
creature swimming.
That can shoot missiles.
Ah.
Honoring the Big Sky Country.
The big sky country.
What is this place?
During the Second World War, the U.S. Navy planned for the largest, best protected, and most heavily armed U.S. battleships with the Montana class. The warships were to be the only class to rival the Imperial Japanese Navy's Yamato-class battleship in terms of tonnage, but wartime priorities had the project canceled.
Oh.
Another previous battleship was also to be named for the 41st state to enter the Union, but the
South
South
Dakota
Dakota
class.
class warship was canceled after the keel was laid down.
This is also
To date,
state.
only the Tennessee-class cruiser carried the name USS Montana, ACR-13. She escorted convoys during the First World War, but eventually renamed and reclassified as the USS Missoula, CA-13, in the reserve fleet.
It's massive. See how big it is. See, in the background there is
I
a
want
whole
the
island,
tour of it. Ah.
and you can compare with it. And see,
Right.
that ship is looking so
So
small.
small.
Wow. This was a massive submarine, and this was released in 2020, so I don't know, like there might be more submarines coming through, and this was so big, like that shot in the end where it was like in front of an island, it just showed that how big this submarine is.
Honestly, and when I was a kid, I used to watch the submarines in the cartoon series, like kids are going on adventure and they are like watching. They are inside the submarine and they are watching the little fishes and sharks, and they are having an adventure. And these guys are doing in real life.
And actually, but they have missiles. They have such big things. And then you see that size of the torpedoes. It was so big. And then you see. First you see the whole submarine and you feel it is very big, but then you see the size of torpedoes or missiles, then you're like, where all these things fit in? And there are also humans there. They have to, all the energy is there, everything is there. So amazing video to watch. How did you guys find it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
Subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.